Most people think frugality is about sacrificing, struggling, and missing out on life's best moments. And honestly, that's why so many people resist it. But what if I told you that frugal living isn't just about restriction? It's about freedom. It's about having more choices, less stress, and a better quality of life. Here's the thing. I'm not just going to give you a list of money-saving tips today because that's not what you actually need. You need to understand the hidden, life-changing benefits that nobody talks about. The ones that go beyond just saving a few bucks. So in this video, I'm going to break down 20 surprising ways frugal living makes your life exponentially better, financially, mentally, and emotionally. If you apply these tips, I guarantee you'll not only save thousands, but you'll start to see money and life just a little bit differently. I know this works because I live it. I've helped millions of women transform their finances, and now you get a peek behind the curtain. Hey there, thanks so much for joining me today. If you don't know me, I'm Sarah. I'm the owner of FrozenPennies.com. I'm a financial coach, and I'm the author of the best-selling book, Fundamentally Frugal. Let's talk about more freedom and flexibility. Frugality isn't about deprivation. As I said before, it's about creating options. When you're not trapped in a cycle of debt or forced to maintain an expensive lifestyle, you gain the freedom to make life choices based on your desires rather than financial necessity. Imagine having the ability to switch careers, take a sabbatical, move to a dream location without any financial stress. A frugal mindset allows you to prioritize what truly matters to you, rather than being controlled by the need to earn more just to sustain those unnecessary expenses. Despite being a billionaire, Warren Buffett still lives in the modest home he bought in 1958 for $31,500. His philosophy has always been about value over excess, and his frugal approach allows him to focus on investing rather than spending. His story proves that financial freedom isn't about how much you make. It's about how much you keep and where you put it. What about strong relationships? Many people associate frugality with missing out, but in reality, it fosters deeper, more meaningful connections. When your focus shifts from spending money on lavish expenses to creating quality time relationships, they become stronger. Instead of expensive dinners or extravagant gifts, you find joy in game nights, home-cooked meals, and outdoor adventures. Frugality teaches you that relationships thrive on presence, not price tags. In Matthew McConaughey's book, Green Lights, he shares how stripping away excess and focusing on simple living helped him build stronger relationships. He even spent time living in an Airstream trailer to embrace a minimalist, experience-driven lifestyle that helped him reconnect with what truly matters: family, creativity, and adventure. Now, I highly recommend, if you're interested in this book, listen to it on audio because Matthew McConaughey narrates it and it's fantastic. We all need a little less stress about money. Financial stress is one of the leading causes of anxiety, affecting health, relationships, and overall well-being. When you're constantly worried about paying bills, dealing with debt, or handling unexpected expenses, it drains your energy. A frugal lifestyle helps you regain control. Instead of feeling powerless, become proactive, budgeting wisely, cutting unnecessary costs, and building savings that act as that true safety net. A frugal mindset doesn't mean you'll never worry about money, but it does mean that you'll worry a lot less. You'll replace stress with strategy and uncertainty with confidence. Next up, I want to touch on financial security. Living frugally allows you to build a financial cushion that protects you from life's surprises. Whether it's a medical emergency, a job loss, or an unexpected repair, having money set aside means these situations won't derail your life. Financial security isn't about wealth, it's about preparedness. I'm a planner. The peace of mind that comes from knowing you can handle the unexpected is invaluable. Now, before becoming a financial guru, Dave Ramsey went bankrupt due to poor money management. I've been there, I can feel this. He rebuilt his life through extreme frugality, paying off debt and saving aggressively. Today, his story inspires millions, if not billions, to adopt frugal habits to achieve financial security. Then there's early retirement potential. Most people assume retirement happens at 65, but frugal living challenges that idea. When you save and invest wisely, you don't need to work for decades just to afford basic expenses. Many people in the FIRE movement, financial independence, retire early. They retire in their 40s or even 30s by living simply, investing consistently, and keeping their lifestyle costs low. Now, my husband was able to retire from his extremely physical job at 62 because we put ourselves in a situation of being completely debt-free and living within our means to do so. The earlier you break free from unnecessary expenses, the sooner you can work because you want to, not because you have to. Have you heard of Mr. Money Mustache, the blogger and YouTube channel? Pete Adeny retired at 30 by practicing extreme frugality and smart investing. He spent far below his means. He biked to work instead of driving and avoided lifestyle inflation. His philosophy, a rich life is one where you don't need to make money. And then there's debt-free living. Imagine waking up with no credit card balances, no student loans, no car payments, and even no house payment. Every dollar you earn is yours, not a bank's. Living frugally prioritizes paying off debt quickly so you can achieve true financial independence. Debt chains you to your past, but frugality frees you for your future. The less you owe, the more that you can invest, save, and enjoy your life without financial stress. It allows you to increase your creativity. When you have unlimited money, it's easy to buy solutions. But when you live frugally, you become resourceful, learning to repurpose items, cook meals from what you have, and DIY instead of buying new. Frugality encourages a creative mindset that makes you more innovative and adaptable. Instead of seeing limitations, you start seeing possibilities. Before Martha Stewart built her empire, she was a self-taught frugal homemaker who found creative ways to make elegant meals, decor, and home projects on a budget. Her ability to stretch resources turned into a career, which, I might add, she started her business at almost 50 years old. And then there's environmental benefits. Frugal habits naturally align with sustainability. Buying less, wasting less, and making items last longer reduces your environmental impact. Many frugal choices, such as reusable items, repairing instead of replacing, and conserving energy also help protect the planet. Living simply isn't just good for your wallet. It's good for the earth. Let's touch on improved health. Frugality often leads to healthier choices. Cooking at home is not only cheaper than eating out, but it's healthier. Walking instead of driving, focusing on needs over wants, and reducing impulse purchases, especially junk food, contribute to better physical well-being. Many who embrace frugal living naturally adopt a lifestyle that supports long-term health. Now we can talk a little bit about gratitude and appreciation. When you practice frugality, you stop taking things for granted. You learn to appreciate the small joys, a home-cooked meal, a book from the library, a peaceful morning with a cup of coffee. Instead of chasing the next big thing, you begin to cherish what you already have. Frugality shifts your mindset from lack to abundance. Have you ever heard the story about Keanu Reeves? Despite being one of the Hollywood's highest paid actors, he still lives simply, takes a public transportation, and gives generously. He said more than once, "Money doesn't mean anything to me. I could live on what I've already made for the next few centuries." And reduced mental clutter. This, to me, is one of my favorites. Spending less means less stuff, and less stuff means a cleaner mind. When you're constantly acquiring things, your home becomes cluttered. Your mental load increases. Frugality encourages intentional living, choosing what adds value and letting go of the rest. A minimalist, frugal lifestyle isn't just about saving money. It's about reclaiming mental space for what truly matters. Marie Kondo's KonMari method is rooted in the idea that excess possessions cause mental clutter. Her philosophy, keeping only what sparks joy, is a form of frugality rather than prioritizing meaning over materialism. Simplicity equals happiness. Many people assume that buying more leads to happiness, but research shows quite the opposite. The happiest people often live simply, focus on experiences rather than possessions. Frugality naturally leads to a simpler, more intentional life, where joy comes from relationships, hobbies, and fulfillment, rather than shopping sprees. Amish communities live without modern luxuries, yet they report the highest levels of life satisfaction. Their focus on simplicity, community, and self-sufficiency demonstrates that happiness isn't tied to consumption, but to purpose and connection. Increased resilience. Frugal living prepares you for uncertainty. Life is unpredictable. Job losses, recessions, unexpected expenses happen. Those who used to live within their means, cut unnecessary expenses, and adapting to circumstances are better equipped to handle life's changes. Resilience isn't just about surviving tough times, it's about thriving despite them. Before writing Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling was a struggling single mom, barely making ends meet. Her frugal lifestyle taught her resilience, and she has often credited her hardships with shaping her ability to persevere. Now, I'm getting closer and closer to 100,000 subscribers, and I'm so excited. I'm looking into the analytics, and I discovered that over 70% of those who watch my videos, they're not subscribed. So, if you love frugal tips and saving money, I'd love for you to help me out and subscribe. The best part is, it won't cost you a thing. Freedom from keeping up with others. One of the biggest money traps is the pressure to keep up, whether it's designer clothes, new cars, or the latest gadgets. Frugality frees you from the comparison game. When you stop caring about what others think and start living on your own terms, you gain a level of confidence and contentment that money can't buy. How about a better credit score? Less debt and more savings naturally lead to a higher credit score, which means better financial opportunities. A good credit score affects everything from mortgage rates to insurance costs. When you live frugally, pay off debts, and avoid financial pitfalls, your credit score improves, giving you more control over major life decisions. How about more time for passions? When you are not stuck working extra hours just to afford an expensive lifestyle, you free up time for what truly matters to you. Whether it's traveling, writing, gardening, or learning a new skill, frugal living allows you to design a life centered around passions rather than paycheck dependency. The author of Walden, Henry David Thoreau, famously lived in a tiny cabin by Walden Pond, embracing simplicity to focus on writing and philosophy. His experiment in frugality allowed him to pursue intellectual and creative passions without financial distractions. One of the things I love the most, building a legacy. Frugality isn't just about your own future, it's about creating a foundation for your family. Whether that means leaving an inheritance, teaching your kids smart money habits, or donating to a cause that you care about. The financial security that comes with frugal living has a lasting impact on your lifetime. And more investment opportunities. When you're not spending every dollar, you have more to invest. Whether it's in stocks or real estate or a business, frugality gives you the capability to grow wealth instead of just spending it. Investing isn't about how much money you make. It's about how much money you keep and where you put it. Investor and writer Chris Raining, a self-made millionaire, retired at 37 by embracing frugality and investing aggressively. He focused on saving over 50% of his income, proving that smart money choices can lead to financial independence early in life. Having confidence in financial decisions. When you understand money, you feel empowered. Frugal living builds financial literacy, teaching you how to budget, save, and make smarter choices. Instead of feeling intimidated by money, you become the one in control. Financial confidence means knowing how to navigate big life decisions without fear. Susie Orman, a financial expert, emphasizes how financial confidence comes from knowledge and discipline. She was once a waitress with no financial background, but built her wealth by making smart, frugal choices and educating herself about money. Now she's helping so many million women do the same. It gives you a sense of accomplishment. Mastering your money isn't just about the numbers, it's about the pride that comes with self-discipline and achieving goals. Paying off your debt, paying off your house, saving for a home, or reaching financial independence brings an immense sense of achievement. You're not just surviving, you're thriving. Michelle Singletary, a personal finance columnist for the Washington Post, grew up in a low-income household, but learned frugality from her grandmother. Isn't that where we all learn frugality? She paid for college debt-free and built a successful career, providing that financial discipline leads to accomplishment and security. So, why do these hidden benefits matter? Frugality isn't about deprivation, it's about empowerment, freedom, and living life on your own terms. It allows you to build security, reduce stress, and enjoy what truly matters without the burden of overspending. Every dollar you save isn't just money in the bank, it's a step toward a life with more happiness, less stress, and endless possibilities. Now tell me, which of these benefits surprised you the most? If you are looking for more ways to save and be frugal, watch this video next.